physically needs to travel towards it, so...
I don't know if it's because I was shooting too fast, but that was really weird. But whatever.
It's just the auto.
So the first time I went through, I boned myself by being like, I definitely don't need to go down here, because I remembered that this area down here, like, the main open area is flooded, which it was, as you saw when Steve and Claire left, it, like, flooded. But I really boned myself by not coming in here, and I completely forgot about this, because I got the whole way to the end and was like, why don't I have this item? And that is because you have to use this halberd here, which is pretty cool. Gives you a second, chance to use the item.
Here's your umbrella dice.
Yeah, paperweight. There's a file. I'm sure it's good. Alfred's diary. January 30th. There's a sealed room in the hallway located inside of the Antarctic facility. I don't know what is hidden there, but I do know how to get in. I can use the 3 jewels that each one of our 3 family members wear as proof of being a legitimate descendant of the Ashford family. The only problem is, I do not know how I can gain possession of my father's proof. February 17th. I finally succeeded in entering that sealed room. I never could have imagined that such an insane secret existed regarding the birth of both Alexia and myself. I hate my father. That fool Alexander. Now it is obvious that we were merely created in an attempt to cover my father's blunder. I can never trust him again. I must regain the glory of the Ashford family with my sister. I have nothing to be afraid of as long as Alexia is with me. March 3rd. Alexia carried out the experiment on the human body that we've been talking about. Our useless father must be happy now, since he can finally contribute to the Ashford family. The only thing we should be careful about is that the butler, Harmon, does not become wise to our activities. If you remember, earlier as Claire, we found Harmon's diary.
Wait, isn't Nosferatu Alfred's dad?
It is, yes.
God. That's such a horrible fate.
April 22nd. Although Alfred's dad sucks.
Yeah,
but it still sucks, yeah.
No one deserves it.
April 22nd. The experiment... Oh, by the way, if you remember way back to when I did that portrait puzzle, he was the one with, like, the red hair and the goatee one. If you go back, you'll see it in part 3, I think. Anyway, April 22nd. The experiment resulted in failure. Our father was useless after all. Even worse, he turned into a dangerous monster that is completely out of control. We tied him down and locked him in an underground prison cell. However, Alexia seems to be close to a solution. Beyond all my expectations, she now says that she wishes to conduct the experiment on her own body. On top of that, she feels she must be kept asleep for 15 years in order to accomplish the experiment. Thanks to that idiot, I can't see my dear Alexia for as long as 15 years. Alexia's going to sleep with all of the trust relying upon me. Now I am the only one who can protect Alexia. Or something else, huh? Well, just in case I want to save 10 more times.
Yeah, what a random... Here you go, bro.
I think it's in case you get down here and it's like... Because there's not many save points here. I'm also going to bring this. Yes. Okay. Let's head off. If you tried to go through where the moths are, it would say, the door is frozen shut. There's... Because water went through and there's no bueno. So I'm bringing along the crossbow just in case there's any zombies I have to fight. Which I think there is at some point. Like Trevor said, the only thing we really have to worry about right now, like there's one hallway with like 8 zombies, but we're so well equipped, is really hunters, which stink. Okay, and then this is the area I was in. Like I said, it's very filled with ice baby.
Ice.
I forget if this is necessary. Yes, it is. It is quite necessary. Luckily, we're gonna pick up this item.
What? No ice physics? This game's garbage.
Shut up. That would be so awful. We're just gonna leave. Wait. See, Chris, at this point you could have ran. It's the problem with cutscenes and NPCs. I mean, I know you're playing as them, but during a cutscene as an NPC, it's like, hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, just stand there.
Okay, I was about to literally say I'm God Gamer, but I literally got bit twice. I'm probably in caution. I'm in caution. Do I have? I just have 100%. I think out of the 4 times I did that, I got out once and I was like, I'm definitely God Gamer, thank you. So, earlier, there was a room as Claire that we could not access fully. And guess what? Now we're going to access it fully. Not necessary, but... Ah, yes. How about little thing we like to call a shotgun. Cool. You know what? Cool. They don't have a decap attack in this game. Like, legit don't. I think that this is more, what you call it, the bowgun bolts, but they are so super helpful that we're just saving those for the final boss, and literally we're just gonna shoot 30 just straight into it, and gonna take like 25% of its life or whatever. So,
hello, big spider guy.
We could not get here before because, you know, we couldn't, but now that it's ice, we can. And this takes you much, much deeper into this Antarctic facility. Oh, yeah. I think this one you automatically get seen again.
He's here?
Maybe not. Watch this. It literally gives you no chance. I don't know if the hunter's still here if you leave. We'll find out.
You should fight that spider.
Yes. That's another example.
Hello, hunter.
You know what?
What? Oh. I thought you were gonna equip the crossbow.
No, the reason being, they can, of course, as hunters are prone to do, just kill you. And that's what they do.
That would have been epic, though.
Okay, so with this, we're gonna push the switch. Remember how, like, the first item we get in the entire game is the fire extinguisher? Oh, okay, cool. So we're gonna use it.
What?
Well, like, I guess what they're saying is I've filled it. I forget if it's completely dark down here. If so, I'll just come back later. Nope, it's fine.
Oh, you filled the extinguisher with stuff?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
This is not necessary.
Is that how fire extinguishers work?
So if for some reason, for some crazy reason, you had the fire extinguisher in your, in Claire's possession, you wouldn't be able to do this.
So apparently you can get the assault rifle here? I don't know where it is.
Cool. Ha! It still works. Yeah. Well, I do know that they have this, which is... Oh, by the way, remember how we were talking about items that you take only 1 inch?
Wow, literally 1 inch.
Yeah, literally.
What's even the point?
Alright, let's take a look. A heat-sensitive detonator. I think the reason is because you can be Claire and not have the lighter, you know? And you can be Chris and not have the lighter, too. By the way, for all this, guess what you get?
Magnum bullets?
That's funny.
What? That's it?
There's something else here. Yeah. I guess... I feel like even as Claire at this point, you'd be like, okay, that's like 5 zombies. Oh, you kidding me? You are the worst. Alright, so let's... Oh. Well
nice.
then.
There it is.
Oh, does this take 2?
Face.
God dang it, Bobby.
God dang it.
So, like, should I just take this? Like, I'm like... Oh, and if you do this, it's like, it's tightly shut, and that's because down here is literally, that's where all the water and ice is and everything. So, I'm like, I have too many toys to play with. Like, I've literally not even used the grenade launcher. So I'm like, should I just take the AK-47? Oh, hi. Bye. There's another one here. Hi, see ya. Okay, luckily there is a save room coming up, because we need to clear out lots and lots of inventory space. And this is, in my opinion, this isn't quite as confusing as the island is, Chris, but it's pretty confusing. As you can tell, it's going to be very dark, because we don't have the, It's actually not bad here, but it's really bad back there, because we don't have the lights worked out yet. And there's lots of items in here, but we can't quite see them yet. You can still pick them up, but whatevs. Okay. I'm just going to say I'll save it. I'll save it for the part after we do Claire and just use it on, like, every enemy after that. Yeah, and we're good. So we're gonna keep on keeping on. This is the room I was talking about with, like, a billion zombies.
Could use it right here.
But my headshots. Damn it. Are you
what? The
god zombie?
Yeah, like stronger than Great Baldy.
Oh, that's right, Great Baldy. Ah, cool.
Although I guess Great Baldy takes 3 Magnum rounds, so that's the.
I completely forgot about. Where did that name come from anyway?
I don't know.
It's very dark on the screen, by the way, so don't worry if you're like, it's very dark. No. We'll take the greens, though. Warning for anyone still watching, once I turn on the lights, this hallway is going to be unbearably bright. So just keep that in mind. Alright, what do I do? I need to get... I need to get that square thing. Oh, no, never mind. That's for later that I need that square thing. Yeet! Because remember how it was originally square, the valve handle, and we made it octo? Now we... I'm dead serious. Now we need a square one, so we get like a square adapter for it. It's like us doing LPs and literally being like, hey, we need to do this through HDMI, then to AV, then to HDMI, which is definitely something we have done and do quite often.
Gotta get those.
I heard you like. I heard you like items. Heard you like items. Like I said, this game just throws them at you.
And it's like this game does throw a lot of enemies at you, but not nearly enough for. Oh, there's shotguns.
Yeah, I know, dude. I think what I'm gonna do before we start next time is I'm gonna like go through here and
you pass by 3 stacks of handgun bullets.
Okay, I do want to have one. That'll be fine. No. Gib.
You had to be on the magic pixel.
Yeah, magic pixel, baby. Yeah. All right, so that's pretty funny. Yeah, I'm gonna go through just to show you how much of everything I have. So yeah, yeah. That was my fair warning to you guys. That is very bright. It's like this game is just like, you know, not bright at all. Which, by the way, oh, remember this? Oh, what does this look like? On this table right here.
Handgun bullets? There are shotgun shells right next to it.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh,
it was dark, but.
Huh. All right, so this is pretty cool. Remember this?
This really is just remember RE1.
Yeah. Although this one's easier because it automatically gives you the stuff. So that's the valve handle. So we're gonna put the jewel back. Then we're going to take the right jewel. There's a really cool puzzle later involving getting both of these. Because at first you're like, okay, well that was easy. But then you realize later that, like, you actually need both of them. And you're like, well, how do I do that? Because this is Resident Evil. He can't just be like, use both his hands.
Yeah, I was about to say you could just reach his hand over.
No. Alright, so we got that. I think I need to head on back, but I'm just going to see what this leads to real quick.
Man, every time that you unload all your inventory, it immediately just fills up with a bunch of garbage.
I know, right? There's just so much stuff. Yes, okay. Trev, look up Resident Evil Code Veronica dice puzzle. I always get this one wrong. This is the one I wanted. By the way, so I want you to remember something real quick. Do you remember that cutscene where Alfred goes in to find Alexia? He's like hobbling and almost dying. Here's the part he has to go past to get in here. Literally this huge like hive of like...
God.
So he
That's
like...
terrifying.
And there's like stuff everywhere. Alright, for no particular reason, just because I want to show you as much as I can of the game. This room is completely unnecessary, but it's got a bunch of enemies, so, or a couple zombies, so whatever. So this first room is just me clearing this out. You might get like a file in here, I kind of forget. Did I literally miss?
It certainly sounded weird.
Okay,
At
well,
least you killed
yeah,
both
both of them then. This file
evens
yeah.
out.
Research report on Queen Ant. After discovering the remains of an ancient virus within the genes of a queen ant, I've begun concentrating on the research of ants. The ecosystem of the ants seems truly ideal to me. There is one queen ant in each anthill, and the soldier and worker ants are the queen's slaves. They dedicate their lives to the queen. The death of the queen ant means the doom of the entire anthill. However, the soldier and worker ants can easily be replaced as long as the queen ant is alive. This is exactly the same relationship between myself and the other ignorant masses. I have succeeded in creating an ideal virus by implanting the queen ant's gene into the mother virus that Spencer found. Thank you. I used my otherwise useless father as a test subject. However, as I expected, the virus caused a rapid change in his cells, triggering the complete destruction of his brain cells and body flesh. Furthermore, a special type of poison gas was generated inside his body that the blue herb had no effect against. Because of this, I've created an antidote in the case of emergency and stored it inside of the weapon chemical warehouse on the B2 floor. I've decided to name this virus with unimaginable potential the T. Veronica virus. When I find out how I can utilize the power of the wonderful virus, my research facility will be complete. So yeah, that's telling you if you were poisoned by him, you have to go...
Did I say Alfred or Alexia?
Nah, Alexia. Boom! So yeah, this room is completely unnecessary, but whatever. And it's got good music, though. Right. The enemy decides to get up, and there's handgun bullets that I'm not gonna pick up, and all that's going on here is the queen ant is dead. And to my knowledge, there is hi and bye. But yeah, you at least get that cool memo that does tell you where to find the serum, because if you do, like, if she is poisoned, she's like in really bad shape, Claire, and like you'll be like searching for this thing, and you're like, where do I go? Also, pretty cool attention to detail. Alfred's blood there. I did not realize that before. Okay.
Done.
Oh, dude, I thought the game messed up because it was like not doing anything. Do you have that dice thing then? Okay. Yeah, I have such a hard time with this. I'll show you how you're supposed to figure it out, and then like maybe it'll finally click to me.
And then just as a heads up, it's time to...
Okay, yeah, this is actually perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to do. We'll be done in the next 5 minutes. Virus research reports. Work continues on the T. Veronica virus, which I extracted from the Queen Ant. The more research I conduct on it, the more I am impressed with how much potential it has. I have finally implanted the virus into my own body and discovered how to utilize its power. I will avoid making the mistake that I made on my father. I will suppress the activity of the virus at an ultra-low temperature so that my cells will change slowly. My calculations indicate that it will take 15 years before my body will gain immunity and become able to coexist with the virus. Until then, I have no choice but to trust the capsule that I will be in, and that inept but loyal soldier ant who is my brother. For me to obtain unlimited power, some risks need to be taken. When I awaken, I will be the queen, and the T. Veronica virus will be unleashed upon the entire world by my children. Every last creature on Earth will exist to serve me. And that time, the world will achieve the perfect ecosystem, just like the anthill, but on a much grander scale. Alexia Ashford.
She seems down to earth and reasonable.
Yeah, she's very reasonable. Something is written on it. As twins, Alexia and I are two sides of a coin. A design is carved under the name of Alexia. Heart, spade, a thing. So what is this?
It's AA, crown, heart, spade.
Yeah. And this opens up, and it's like, it seems like it appears I should put something in here. And you're like, okay. And it ends up being this. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take this, and I guess you're supposed to go off of, like, Alfred's thing. So, like, I guess you go like this, and then you go, what was it? It was A, crown, heart, spade. Was that it? I'm just trying to figure out how you're supposed to figure this out.
Double A, crown, heart, spade.
So that's it. So I guess he tells you the opposite. So it's like A, so then you use that anyway.
Sure. That makes sense.
I try to figure it out, but it's, yeah. He's already dead. Sometimes you feel bad for Alfred, but then you're like, oh. Then, like, they'll have these memos where
He's the biggest piece of crap.
Where you're reminded that he just literally would send a bunch of prisoners just to die.
Yeah.
And, like, literally experimented on them, and you're like, never mind.
Experimented on them, like, decapitated them.
Yeah.
Even just, like, making a bridge towards a mansion means that they all have to die.
Yeah. So, yeah. Like I said, you're like, kind of like, oh, okay, maybe I feel, but then you're like, no, wait, no, I don't. So I'm going to do one more thing real quick, just so I can be completely set up to do Claire's part when we return. It doesn't take too long. I just have to go get an item in this one room. So we're going to switch to this. There's lots of items you need to get. That Alfred ring, as they mentioned in that one file earlier, you need to find the 3 jewels. So the Alexia jewel, the Alexander jewel, and the Alfred jewel, all 3 of them.
Oh, God.
I know, it's so bright. Okay, so we head back here. There's one more room. Yep, and we'll be back. Okay. It seems like this place is absolutely huge, but in reality it's not. The major problem is there's 2 elevators that, like, disjoints it, so you're like, wait, which elevator floor is it on?
Also, this entire game is just infinite doors. Go into a room, there's 4 more doors. Go into one of those rooms, and there's 4 more doors.
Apparently, one of the problems with people wanting to do the speedrun of this game is there's no version that has...
door animation skip?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I was speedrunning a game like this, I would, like, that would be mandatory for me.
Shoot! See ya! Unfortunately, it'll be there when we get back, but we'll survive. Actually, I meant to go in here. But as long as it's not right next to us... we will see. Hi. Whenever it doesn't fall down right away, it means it's going to be 4 shots. So lame. Okay. So we head in here. And like I said, this is just the item I guess we're picking up 2 items. One's in here and one's in the next room. Sorry for the lies, lads. I'm just full of them tonight. But we're pretty much set to beat this next time we play. Although it might still be a 2 sit-downer, because I think I'm going to go through the battle mode at least at one, like, practice it at least to show you it. So that might be another mini sit-down, like a half-hour kind of thing.
Gotta do Wesker run, bro.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever be that good.
Gotta at least try it.
Oh yeah, I'll try. So yeah, that valve handle thing is finally done after all this. It is so dark, my friends. So we did all that to get the crane key.
Oh, God. It kind of scared me.
Oh, thank God. That was a poison hunter, and I do not have any blue on me. I mean, it's not like we would have died, but it would have been very annoying. I can't believe we found that AK-47. Like, I completely forgot about that from previous playthroughs. And it's something that you would, like, if you didn't know it was there, you would, like, never randomly do it, you know? Oh, right. Go away. I thought I was in the next room, because Trevor's right. This is a endless series of just doors. So we're gonna go over here. And there's this, like, crane and junk, and we use this crane key. And... what do you know? It's Nosferatu.
Why is he there?
I guess Alexia's like, I'm evil.
Alexia.
I apologize if this is a long cutscene. I always skipped it.
Dispose of insignificant bugs. said the spider to the fly. How do you wish to die?
I get it, you're the queen ant. What Alexia doesn't know is that Chris literally destroyed a giant spider in the last game he was in.
So he's like, oh, giant spider, that's fine. So this is another one I assume you could fight if you really wanted to. So, oh, cool. Better not be poisoned. Okay, just question, that's fine. Actually, no, just in case. Yeah, very loud. So, you'll notice that next time there is a lot of items we have to get. You'll notice I have that one dragonfly ring, or dragonfly wing, excuse me. There's 4 of those altogether that you find. Oh my god, go away. Okay, cool. Cool, actually. Cool. So you find 4 of those, and you need to get all 3 of those, sweet, they're gone. Awesome. You need to find all 3 of those stones, which we do actually have 2 of the 3.
I think it'd be cool if they, like,
So yeah, you do this. Appears the jewel portion can be removed.
Whoa. I think it would have been cool if they would have gave you, like, some sort of item if you destroyed that, spider. Like a shotgun mod or something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you do.
I don't think so.
So that's 3, right? You don't have to fight the giant worm. You don't have to fight the albinoid. And you don't have to fight... Yeah, it's 3 that you don't have to fight. So, yeah, we're ending this up. Next time, guys, we will play as Claire very briefly, and then I believe we'll be... As long as I have an hour, or maybe an hour and a half, we'll be finishing the game. I actually haven't beaten it again. I've gotten to pretty much this part every time and just was like, I won't get any further than this, so... We'll see how long it is. I don't think it's too ridiculously long, but... Oh, yeah. So we're gonna pick this up. And, we're gonna go ahead and, again, save, lads. So, actually, I'm gonna hold off on saving because I want to do the stuff first, but we're gonna end the part right here. We will see you next time, lads. I want to go through my inventory and move everything. So next time you're gonna see a nice clean inventory, and we'll see you next time, lads. Code Veronica.